All right, 51 of the 7. I'll pay. Mamina was in Kwaba once again to 92.9. Fachemi is answer. Could no ewo I'll pay. But we will still work to ensure you deliver to the good people of Ghana. But just send us some numbers, 0550596 929 0550567 929. And no numbers I no pay your day Juma. And what they will messages at the bar, you bet you now you can kind in no idea about. Yes, sir. But if I said I'm a Bread and Smile Salon, and pay Bread and Smile Salon for Adaroma. One was so you move past, young fan commodity, and Fando. But you'll be a day, Cassay, sir. A bano, a tribois, but your own wouldn't be we are dear pa, a bano call rules, a bano frontal installation, a bano wig making, a bano makeup, nails, sedi a beshedo, pedicure, acrylic, and a normal nails in Nano. But your uyo beer, we young one Jumana, or one in dear dear. A quenya cassia pa, naba, and the amount, it's answer. Bread and Smile Salon, air pen for anyone more a year Juma and tea. I don't pay Pacho when did you say obey your work and pay there? I don't pay a quenya cassia about at the amount. Now, to be qualified, Pacho, as I said, you'll be a what areas I remember bossing. Now, what to me and your Saquay and Muchapa La Paz, I won't cry. Abeka Yamiche, Kanishi, Achimota areas I say, what it will be a mouth upper hand in securing an opportunity with a Bread and Smile Salon. And I don't pay. Sir, who side him the other for numbers, not friend woman, not when they were more ending for more 0246 661781 0246 661781 and after 0202 07 6511 0202 07 6511. Now, when the Bread and Smile for ending Komo, na Ejuma Akwenya Kessie and Ababeto and the about. I'm faster than the man opposing in that in booster bar mixture. The number one immune system booster on the Ghanaian market. Now, I don't pay herbal medicine, and you're correct. But you dance here. Resante Nidia, in booster bar for Enroy, and necessary Omaunsa Ekebi. Wa, Obonamwa Quano, Awadeno, Echo from Pacho here, say Obeno Nom, and yet in booster bar mixture. I don't pay me free, have me pay me up. Na Echimia Buaba code no Ako. And Pacho Magunsan Kebi, Heba shops in the Munina. I tell you, the beer Google, I will be a bit at all. I feel what could impass of Gracoti infections and what could syphilis, gonorrhea, pressure, and Howard James stroke, waist pain, air I feel we are Jumaka Crabby and fatigue, setting in, now bread, malaria, and air Howard, and a pain. It was about Mr. For Enroy, a Babua year pa. Posting in a journal any. na baby awo my Ghana mu bia no mpacho ubenya bi ato say owo eye in the northern part of the country wa Bogatanga Chamale ehwo nyina ubenya bi in the Oti region mpacho ubenya bi ato e di free ho oko eye Boko Locust Road mpacho ubenya no do mu atupa afi say wo nkra ha obekọ Okanshi drug lane na watimi akwakope bi ato ewo ho nembom say open do mu atu anope ya for one more on 0246208496 0246208496 na when the inbox for any enkomo anope I said that me and I'm Ghana Rise, Arise Ghana. I know anymore as I say, baby, I'm a my Ghana will be no year to dinner, and your papa, announce your no end, and you come a year, pa, but John, what the year, Diania, a chidom and the man, one more call SR baby, and pay, we a restaurant to praise, and we are Diane at all, and Crawford Baby, the deal home, one more check. Kumasi and Patamuna, and one day check, no headquarters bar. Kaiba Kubi, I share, Bantama, him feel the chief. The pay movie here, I'm a Ghana rice. Now, what they are your check in there. One more mutual, one more plain rice, one more tongue, one more patch up. Papa Nini, where you Ghana, dear, yeah, your dear Ewaha over the natural taste of rice. And see, I don't pay my one son coming. More events I hold a year senior name, wedding a senior name, birthdays, one more graduation, I'm in the Anina, and pay. Your choice of rice should be Amagana rice. One testibia, not just wouldn't name the air course or my garden. But you open the door to ato, not with your business. Akwenya ewo ho e de ma anope bra Amagana rice and you made him come on na ehhye bia ewo ho no but wo mwatimi aboa ma wo nso watimi e de ho ahye ho anope wo mwadaroma ana aboa ye say o nkrai ha ene ne mpatemu abehu wo mo ewo La Paz wo mo ebe please container ewo La Paz anope for wo mo 0537 029 464 0537 029 464 and after 0207676197 now when the Amagana rice any and come Arise Ghana or Pabene no That's it. 58 after 7. Now, Eclipse collateral management for Daroma. A Japanese run no much today. Now, one more air, one more said the Bay Musika Senina, no Ebejina. Eclipse say, I don't pay you come on. Now, Yankai Kai was say, and a Japanese crash idea. Which me at the year Juma Messica Ebegu Boto. And see, we a Japanese rock, but you won't catch no Ekrawa. I don't pay the Obeyina, and it's what the better Eclipse collateral management. One more Jedia year Jumana, I feel one more commission ever home. So open loan and your free bank be now when you collateral your best place to go and your Eclipse. One more Asway Kwan and be assisted with the needed collateral. Now Echibiabuama won't say Echimi Aka facility I will share them. And I don't pay on my gun and baby I will be for one more now when you want more any and come on one more Joe so was super. When you bet your services home 0266 999020 0266 999020 and after 0302551877 now when you want more any and come on but you won't cry hanoma we call Abakan Street at Denton New site now when you want more Eddie and come on think safety and a decent income Achoyaba ejuma wo ho na yabati ano e dey free hotel na yetimi e dey enkomo na enkomo no about galamsey no this week na asori ye pa na it is not dying off anytime soon, and we are still on our campaign against illegal mining, and we are telling you simply, save our water bodies and save our water systems. You want mining we are now saving forests and also Eddie Akaho, but the bits and pieces are you betting me Eddie Abuano and one you go so there is a committee in Parliament. One more aneshe make sure say abai promises bia womo emeki bia no. In fact womo edi omwani ebedi achi said ebe ya abai policies ni ade any promises are womo money nyina no, they can follow it up and do what we call monitoring. And the committee no edi assurance committee na the opposition MP for Northton Okujeto Ablakwa and the chairman for that committee. Last week, one more echo around across the country, and one more effort editor, one more also. Make last week a weekend, yeah. Now no fear that memory day trem yeah. Committee, NPP for also, NDC for also, and both sides of the house, Obia won a membership. Ewo assurance committee, eso. But because a assurance committee, it is always expected per the standing orders of Parliament, say minority for and a chair that particular committee to ensure say womo ebetimi ahodi abide to the promises. Na womo making sure say ensembia womo ka wo mrahye bedwam anade here omani bia no womo betimi ede womani ede echi. Na rounds assurance committee they visited major river bodies in Ghana. Womo koba they have reported na enoka hobi ana ema ora eyisi Minerals Commission Chief Executive Ekoko Piemo Ewo eye committee no enim. The edikai yebehwe eye assurance committee no ejuma womo eye. Na makacho last week Monday me ba ye no me kacho say enkomo a NPP for ni bi di say ye beto abenti na saade we koso nya no kreda. Office we yesaye 6 months ago and that's what the but in any case okuje tomu akwa around and in the committee last week akwa inspecting insuo sir insuo na ni atia we are about to show you the footages any insuo bia wo duru ho no bottle la wo sai we'll do a comparative analysis to the esimanim ha no pay na yahwe the current nature. Because utie you were free here was bosome kakra bi etwa mu ya na NDC fo na kwakofa nkrofo dia begusuo so say wo mu metu galamsey no. That is the impression he creates. Enti yebehwe ne yahwe say ensuo no ne tibia no asesa na compared to the 6 months ago yesaye if you know still the etia netie in fact entimen sesa so and ye no yakachro say yede no krabe ye adwuma eye kokwa eye kokko eye yellow eye yellow eye fita. It doesn't matter which political party is in power. Na bakache mo dadanzo say abawe ya ye kotu in the next few days whether John Mahama becomes president or Dr. Bawumia becomes president, the fight against galamsey NC after December 7. No. We must ensure, say, you be reclaim the past and the lost glory of our water bodies. And we must also ensure, you see, it defeats the purpose. You see, ye green Ghana. Aban ye board home modern see ye be duanuya. Yet, ye duanuya no ye gusu twanuya. The logic behind green Ghana policy, any de ye ni ankasa ye sengura ni mu aye no. Me dwen ho a I'm unable to put the two together. And in one effect, ye boka edi omai nisika duanuya. Afibia in the last 2 years, 3 to 2 years, 4 years more year kwe. Afibia ye green Ghana year. Ni akoduanuya. Omampanyin duabi, omampanyin be di achire duabi. The minister in charge of lands and natural resource oduabi. As to say nuya na ye duano in time pass no aye ye no. and I yet me a monitor forestry commission. The omo nurse ya echiche man crofo aye ye no different conversation. But my point is that why is it say as a country you be making deliberate effort say yenuya to sustain the survival of humanity? Not in one breath, and crofo sengra mu bu nuya ni bigu. Yes, I know the ye ba beto abent ye nya ho asemka. Eno no me dwen ho amentiase. So it defeats the purpose. Say yenya galam say ho asemka dia. Then no government should come and tell us as a say kodua nua. Na global warming no emeku ye nyina. But if we can spend 1 city, 2 cities, 3 cities, 5 cities, 10 cities, amounting to millions of Ghana cedis, to make an initiative and ensure a policy directive, then nobody should tell me, say, when people out of greed, nobody should make that argument in the first place. My enkwani show kuje to ablakwa. Any ni team no emra. Okuja to sa nsuo ni nyina one after the other. Na ono abebubo nsuo no woni ne committee no nyo no nko a. Let's watch and listen. Ye bedi nkomo. Ye di bi be compare the esi hey. If it is different, I mean the videos will show. Anya me na meka. Richard, what video ni man?
We want to do over the weekend. We have been visiting our river bodies.
Kessben 92.9 Asidankwa.
This is the Volta River, which is the cleanest, which is how really all our river bodies should look like. We have here the Subin River, and we say, you see, the Subin River. Yes, in the Kumasi area, in the Ashanti region. We have River Ofin, I'm sure viewers will think that we are preparing to take Milo or coffee. This is the Birim River.
Kessben.
This is the Ewene River. And we also went to
Kessben.
the Pule River. And we couldn't find hope anywhere. There was no succor, no solace. Everywhere we went to. This is Mamfi. When we went to Pra, also terrible.
Kessben.
The Oda River. No hope. And Cobra was even worse. Then River Ofin. And this is the Huni River. So, Mr. You see, this is what we are dealing with. It's only the Volta River that gave us a little hope. Even that we are hearing that it is just a matter of time, because the solar area, we are told that the White Volta is beginning to interface and defile the Volta River as well. So, Mr. You see,
Kessben.
the Ghanaian people seeing this don't expect their leaders, all of us inclusive, all of us. This one is not, we don't have to, we all have to take collective responsibility, because as Parliament, we are also approving these policies, these resource allocations, these institutions who come to report to us and justify why a certain allocation was properly utilized. We've been doing all these anti-galamsey operations for years, which this House has approved, running into billions. And every year we appear to be complicit somehow when we approve judicious use of the previous year's resources and then give the institutions more resources to go and stop galamsey. And yet this is where we are as a country. So, Mr. Isi, we want you to really proffer new solutions. How can we stop this? How can we get all our rivers and they are all gone. All our rivers are gone except the Volta River. So it's just a matter of time. So this is the context. This is the crisis we face, and it affects all of us, whether where you are mining is not close to a river or not, whether you are not engaged in mining at all, like most of us here. We will drink water, we will buy food. Today we'll be having a lunch break. I don't know the restaurant that Madame Jiage ordered our lunch from, what kind of water they used. We don't know where the water came from. We will have our lunch break with fish that we don't know which of the rivers they came from, and we will be consuming all of these chemicals. The cyanide, the mercury is going into our system. The doctors are warning that we are surely candidates for cancer. And now we are also told that dialysis patients are at an all-time high. The renal unit at Kolebu is under pressure. You know, we can't even take care of the bills and subsidize the patients. So, Mr. Isi, this is the crisis we face. And this committee, we don't want to hear the same business as usual. With all due respect, we trust your expertise, your competence, but this is the crisis we are dealing with. We are faced with an existential threat, and we want to hear you.
All right, and that is the chairman for the Assurance Committee in Ghana's Parliament, the Honorable Member of Parliament for Northton, Samuel Okujeto Ablakwa speaking. In your screen, more and more joining your Facebook, and so mubehu. Yes, sir. Offense you 6 months ago. Richard, Mami baby, ana Okujeto edi offense you nature no. Baby, I any yes I the first video ne to mami answer na uba. One mommy baby Okujeto pejayan, and this is where I went into the Ofen River myself. And I fed the water, and I made the buy. So when I hear the argument, say, and I know ya babe to be ya, and I start ya galam say who did that. Then what kasasa then I know say you don't know what you are talking about as a citizen of this country. And this is the devastation effect of illegal mining activities. Ye guswa ye de hon komwe. Enti the me and we be an assurance committee for no call ya wamukoye. We went to Dunkwa on Ofen. Ensure no yenya say yen de buy and ye dia besi ha 6 months and say and Okujeto ne committee no ekwo ye no ensure nani no still and say de tia netie nothing has changed. And the effort we are putting in say ye fighting galamsey no, I mean, what is the required result? And then na ye betimi dia yesisu dia kase in time past ye nyina ya dada ye ho say ye fighting galamsey no ampa result every mwa benie. There is nothing to show. Enti wo hwe Ofen River no si hon Richard mom highlight here no mame. Ene media ye see studio hey, there is no difference. Kala ne ye pe. And no na ya pause there to TV screen this no or Facebook ubehu, you will get to understand what I'm talking about. So it is no joke. Say baby ayedru no enyema no urgensem. But in responding to the assurance committee no eka ye no, I mean the Minerals Commission CEO had a lot to say. Ma yentie Mr. AC Emra na yentie ono so the response or the ma assurance committee no on this.
What I said was that I read from 2012 to 2022. The figure I gave was for small scale. I have it here, I'll distribute it. These are licenses that were issued. So in 2012, 332. I'll be fast about that, Chair. 2013, 283. 2014, 105. 2015, 321. 2016, 361. 2017, 7. 2018, nil because of the ban. 2019, 103. 2021, 11.
Kessben.
2022, 148. 2023, 38. 2024, 93. Total from 2012 to 2024, September 30th, 2423. So I'm sure the 2423 is what you heard as 243. This is for small scale. Respectfully, Chair, I'll give them to my sister Giagi to circulate.
Okay, Mr. Isi, we'll need you to clarify this. I have a printout from your website, the Ghana Mining Repository. And the figures you are mentioning, what you have just tabled before us, do not align with what is on the website. What I have from your website between 2008 and 2016, 56 small-scale mining licenses. Then between 2017 to September 2024, I have 1,503. I have the printouts here. So can you please explain the discrepancy? What you are telling us today is different from what we have been working with from your open source data from your website.
Sure, thank you very much. When I asked my mineral title office, that's the same question I posed to them, because I saw that
Kessben.
thing, 2,800% here. So I gave it to all my people, assembled them, and I said, have you seen this from social media? Let's go to the documents. Chair, respect to what I'm reading now are licenses that were issued. It is different from renewals, so the figures may not be the same. So, for example, when I say, let's say 2012, 332 licenses were issued, or let's say 2022, 148 licenses were issued, it doesn't include renewals. I want you to understand clearly, so perhaps that may be.
Okay, and see, those are some of the justifications, especially about the debate between the NDC under John Mahama, if you want or if you like, from Professor Mills' time, ABC 2016, 8 years of the NDC, and then Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, ABC 2024, from 2017 onwards. Between the two governments, you know, why not issue the most small-scale mining licenses in the country? I mean, this is the level I reduce conversation to. When we talk about Galamsey, because we want to always politicize the issues. But the chief executive took time to clarify, said, the website in the number of renewals, but the grant of new licenses are issue. Now, he points out the fact, said, when it comes to the issuance of new licenses between 2012 to 2016, the NDC under John Mahama issued more licenses than what Danado and the NPP has done. And is the response by Mr. AEC. Now, Mr. AEC went ahead to tell us, say, the issuance of licenses, yebetimi a stopping this year. Ma yentie the chief executive for Minerals Commission, Embra.
It is different if we want to go on the route of enforcement and monitoring, which I'm prepared to consider and say perhaps it's not 100% perfect. I will not lie and sit and say even those that have license, everything is perfect. It is different if we want to go on the route of enforcement and monitoring, which I'm prepared to consider and say perhaps it's not 100% perfect. I will not lie and sit and say even those that have license, everything is perfect. I'm lying to you. I'm looking to your face and lying to you. I will not say that because it's not 100% correct. If you hold my hand and say, look, Martin, the Committee of Assurance, we are taking you through all the license areas, you realize that no, it's not all of them that are doing things properly. That's why there's monitoring and this. That's not what I'm talking about. If you ask me, is it okay there? What else do you need? What can Parliament do? I'll tell you what I think. I've said some of the things already. But to say we shouldn't grant licenses, there will be a problem. Now, I'll tell you what they even do. So somebody picks up a coordinate. He checks in the mining cadastre.
Kessben.
He does his checks and everything. He lodges his application. Even in the course of processing, he starts work. The officer goes to stop him. He said no, because typically what you're allowed to do is that once the officer does the inspection and then forwards him for further processing. The law allows you to erect your camp and your structures and wait your license supposedly. So when you get it, you work. Like if you go to Atlantic Lithium now, they have camps. They have a lot of workers there. They are just waiting for ratification, get their construction permit and start. But now, or the tumpe, then they start work. You ask them why. So, boss, those who want to be overly law-abiding, erect their camps and have 1 or 2 people there. You tell them, boss. My district officers tell me, say, boss, you're training illegal for nobody overrunning the place. You see these Chinese and some of the people, they come brazenly, come and chop his hand. Some of them, right now, you go to my office, people are there and say, boss, people are chopping my land whilst I'm waiting for license. I don't want to be involved in Galamsey. I've taken the pain to go through the process, and now people are chopping my land. There are some Chinese people that are chopping my land. Some people are chopping my, I don't know where they come from. Some of them are even chiefs and co. So I can sympathize that guy. So that guy will tell you that, look, I want to do the right thing, so get me my license. Some other people will say, look, Akwesi Jones came to cry and said he's waiting for his license because of the delay. Once I go vote, Dina Sasi, maybe the Tumpe must start. All these are real issues. So I become a bit uncomfortable when people say, stop issuing the license. Chair, if you don't issue the license, the reverse will be the case. Compliance and enforcement, we can talk about it. Am I not properly equipped? Am I on top of issue? Am I having issues? We can discuss it. But I beg you, if you push the issue of not signing the license, because you see, there are more people who are doing the illegality and don't have licenses than people who have licenses.
Kessben.
There are more people. There are several thousands who are working there unlawfully. But unlawful means that they don't have the appropriate authorizations.
And indeed, this is what we are talking about. And there are a lot more of people who are doing the illegality and do not have the required licenses at 703 Eka Huasem. 22 minutes after 8. Hi, Kessben. Now, Dr. Tony Obin, a spokesperson on mining for the NDC, or a former chief executive officer at the Minerals Commission. And he's already seated in the studio. Marima Doc, na memano akwa. Doc, imagine.
Mr. Speaker.
Yeah.
But you're not promoting saying.
Me adom ne mon pai boka kankranti egusun kankakra. Edin so e be fan sa.
Edin so e be fan sa. Interesting. Campaign e ko saying.
Oh, I'm say wa unim ekoye sa fie de Ghana fo nyina o my imagine say reset o my no because baby edru no say o sign e de ma ne ensa asai enioma no sa ontumi ensa fixe ene opani excellency the vice president ono odru baby a oye meet edru baby so ono oye policies ono oye 35 policies edru baby a sama waka no say o mekan because president esimenka na fe enioma na e basa enioma bi obetima sesa ne ya betima use ni influence as the number 2 person I want me ensesa no me hu adenti a wo twan magana fo awu ewie na se yenyane biewa ono aba besesa mana enti agana fo fanwa me makoko ba BP obi aye na dwen nro ya me hia akwala bi me ne ko se afie de ya na besesam ya enti am say yenyina yensiesie ho na yensesam na bibia nkoyema Ghana.
And you believe that the NDC is coming to power?
Yes, we see where Ghana for say anymore. I see who say emre bia there's a change, yenya sa change dividend so hwa emra mampeni Rollins fee so a mampeni kufo buy
yes,
it was like there was a new era, new air blowing. Amanone fo nyina started the mwa p ebre mampeni kufo a minus emu psychological exercise if you were twachi emra na mampeni dada kufo kono na am say nyoma esek eba enti exercise no Omanpeyin Atamils unya a lot of goodwill internationally and support near the ade. President Mahama Koya President Kufuor Dubai the same. What 2016 what I said ya new independence be near the ade. We cannot continue for another 4 years. We need that reversal of Sarotna Kosone. We need a breath of fresh air. Ewo a maimu nti me say eno kra no ma e kire say ye nyina yes wa wonya wadwene so we wadwene say sesem
very well na campaign yi any manifesto medim say why ye ho adwuma as a spokesperson and a former chief executive for Minerals Commission galamsey ho komo ana yedi vis-a-vis small scale mining. You have a lot of civil society organizations. Air Catcher say, as at now, as a president, it declares state of emergency, especially on our water bodies and then the forest reserves. Any idea? Now, my youngsters here in Frimo manifesto, wouldn't the situation at hand are you dealing with as a country? In your time as the chief executive for Minerals Commission, a quite bear so NDC motivate fighting galamsey.
Yo. Me da se me chia we tie fo na wahwefo nyina nim se Kessben amanfo etie no mo hwe so pa I saw my mu ye bibia friend race to the bottom.
Okay,
race to the bottom ni say oh we na ye say me na oh we enye but we ni de na ye no me de na enye yesene de na no hey race to the bottom I unnecessary na ye mfa no kra so enye adwuma no kreti tro pa ye. No, and I am in time strictly partisan on things, but we make MPP for I am cano cre. Me say me so who picture be yes circulate. I see my kujina baby akasa omo enye galamsey.
You be boss video na
2020
yes campaign time
no be boss video note 2020 no
yes
na note who say edi asem na fi ma no baye na note who say NDC for na wo ho na say hwanmoa. You see these things and then there were two videos. Okay. Videos na mo circulate ba kumpo dia me nim kra me picture ni me ankasa po me nkan me am ko ba bi two e wo ho ba kuna na another one and you kra no me gina ho din no wonim ya ka kire wo mo say mo kwa na afeni yesi ye nhweme en solve galamsey problems no yenya ka say soldier for kra corner so mo kwa kostopa ye mbo mo isan say aban na ye meeting aka say mama ye stop galamsey for no na eye Dr. Tony Obi na ko kan ye 2020 na ma ye yes ano wow nti I say o mo ko TV o ma ye training wo ho Okotna TV so na okasa na obi say no penny for Dr. Tony Obi ni abodin asem no
wode kwakubu ahe
be ni nya me kwakubu ahe na kasa ye me mpo me gina ho na adom mo na no mambo mu nyina din because in the first place I memo show
video no
in the first place one me adam time me call na me nya NDC rep.
Okay,
me nya NDC rep. I am a consultant and in fact I think at that time me expert on small scale mining for United Nations UNITA training and research.
Okay,
West Africa, and I would go to places and visit and then make my own records. Nkofo mini omugina ho no minim known NDC face a wom we kwakubu ahine woma minim known NDC ni awom na NDC fo so ansoma me wo ba bia ene nkampo de mon kasa me nko ame ko eve mo se me ko ye no mama malusu 8 seats 7 seat. Hey, how powerful? Tell me a powerful sir. 7 seat malusu into other places can even saying teshi no malusu ni ada no galamsey ho eno de enye Tony Obin won say akohwie no wo mo organizer na ye pepepe eniti say wo mo kan sa na obi gina nche na na Tony Obin amanfo friend ada na wo say ada me say ko video na say wa nkasa ba kono kra so de wonim enso they are question no anyway mami me
doc I don't know who here because
it's also about
yes debate air cost here any eko aye eko galamsey no emufa kese na no eho na aba begina ejina ne ma mie no so modwumadi a mo call some of the mining sites ekodi in 2020 and then the debate about why they issue most licenses. I mean, I don't even know why you reduce the conversation to that level. Yeah. But I mean, it's equally important. Say, and then our bahano, obe clarify. Richard, what's our video the mommy for 2020 campaign?
A year two.
Yes, a year two. You better two nina. Richard, the one bomb mommy. Na doc NTA na unresponded answer the yatua and combination.
What I said was that I read from 2012 to 2022.
Kessben.
The figure I gave was for small scale. I have it here, I'll distribute it. These are licenses that were issued. So in 2012, 332. I'll be fast about that, Chair. 2013, 283. 2014, 105. 2015, 321. 2016, 361. 2017, 7. 2018, nil because of the ban. 2019, 103. 2021, 11. 2022, 148. 2023, 38. 2024, 93. Total from 2012 to 2024, September 30th, 2423. So I'm sure the 2423 is what you heard as 243. This is for small scale. Respectfully, Chair, I'll give them to my sister Giagi to circulate.
Okay, Mr. Isi, we'll need you to clarify this.
Okay, and this is the first video. The Minerals Commission CEO Emma analysis of licenses are your issue. Mamima Dr. Tony Obe, former chief executive, and so the opportunity to respond to this. We are now after your 2020 campaign. There now a course war some of the mining sites. No, not maintain a response on that. Doc, Permo records between time being, I mean, which year to which year, and now your chief executive.
2014 to 2016.
2014 to 2016.
I am man for Dr. Tony Obin did over 3.5 years. But which we work because of impact and anything amount for associate me more over there.
Okay.
Which I'm happy about.
But I know some over records, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And I make the repository now you build here.
Okay.
We took money from the Australian government to build a repository. Say apply o papers simple Emma how to reduce the processing period. And the shares had the now the issue is even not the numbers because from the repository MPP I mean it's unnecessary who issued them more. The question is when you're issuing licenses,
yes,
you have to be sure you can contain the activities. You have to be sure, you can enforce the rules surrounding the activity. You have to be sure, you can monitor the omoyeno. Because the reason why the Minerals Commission is there is to regulate. Eventually, they will give licenses. So for me, my argument is not about the numbers that we're giving.
But I don't contextual.
But if the context, you see, Mama license obi kaka no nkura license a west say obi kaka okra license and at least what has to be done is whether near okra license no ubetumi a check no say
or
the right thing. Wow. And that debate say whatever number no issue, but I believe we gave less. I don't have the number with me. I would want to believe we gave less, and again the number would only be known on the repository because the Minerals Commission CEO doesn't grant licenses. It is granted by the minister.
The minister. Okay.
So Ube prepare
documentation.
Documentation that's a minister sign and a license.
But as a chief executive, you know the preparation of a document.
Yes,
I will submit to one minister.
Yes. Yes, but the minister may refuse or may not.
Okay.
Usually the ministers don't refuse because if they do, they have to explain why. So for me, the issue is whether or not the approvals that were given, we were able to control what they're doing. Because some of the things the CEO said, I sympathize with him.
Okay.
But me, I've gone through that before, and somehow it's like the law of karma. When there was a change, you know, some of us were taken through a situation as if we were monsters or something. But when you grant licenses,
yes,
you have to be able to monitor and enforce the laws. Now, so say, to see a man for a judge, to see a man for ye de say yensu near the idea. And someone who say, we sympathize a little bit with the people by not, you know, approving more licenses. One say even in October, by October 3rd, 11 licenses were granted. In fact, this year alone, over 120 licenses have been granted. I am not saying say papa na ebony, but anka the time a man for complaining the name days are no. The SOE and say suspend also sympathize. I say ubi sebi ubi ewu fie na woche kelewele baby efunu dano ana. I say on sympathize. And it
yes, but I don't know, Mr. You see, to be very fair with him, no, and my justification. Now he tells you say obi apeke coordinates or the ato cadastre mo. Cadastre no was started with the processes of securing the license. Now, or call back no equal inspection no it was a concession or person or registered so no. Illegal for no penetrating. Our more taking possession of the land. Our more mining. And for the person to have waited, some minister will give the final approval to the licensing processes. No, by the time I will be na concession the crown illegal for the DMV.
That is
yes, so Okase will hold it on with the licensing now. It may create more problems than you expect.
For 10 days, no, for a few days now, a month for a year, they know there. Nanke, and you could even say, look, we even have more licenses, but you are suspended because of ongoing concerns. Citizens now, the majority of Ghanaians are worried about water bodies near there. I think you would have to look at them, listen to them, than the grant of the license for a short period.
Okay.
Because we are regulator, we are Bank of Ghana. You have to look at licensing people to do their banking business near that. Into that one, you can't say on ye, but you have to be responsible. You have to be sensitive. Yeah, you pause a little bit and then watch it. Say, okay. And again, that is also the reason why we shouldn't race to the bottom. One who says one granted license now, a man for back. One who say a man for be or illegally.
Yes.
And for you to go out directly to say, me in my life, my Minerals Commission, my mind said, me small friends, a concession, me concession I never did because I thought it was morally wrong for me as a once pretending over this thing. Now, in any case, say who catch the yes surrounded almost surrounded natural resources now because was running no conscience no because licenses your friends and concessions are mama and say saying the nim na ajawdi now that so and I say woman just they should know the difference. I will not advocate for illegal mining. No.
Okay.
I have written many times. Google turn the views on illegal mining and as a small scale mining. I have published in scientific journals. Book could be back, books mean back United Nations wider United Nations of Development blah 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 blah. Many vice president Jana ya kwacho papers ma omo and me inti now me consult some other countries. I've done things for other countries.
Yes, reading your profile came
not to do illegal mining. I am a supporter of small scale mining. I believe that small scale mining actually represent proper local content of Ghanaians or mining. First, no mines.
Take his share.
Yes, first, no mines. We are Ghanaian. Only coins our baby. President Rawlings from Namibia said no. Sadiana, yes, sound more near the and yet inti yamfa yen regularize na amanfo to me enyebi. And inti that is why we should pursue. Na se obi ye wonsuo so a. Minua ensuo so eye ade a ewo emremu se wontumi entu fa magudie ewo nsuo so wontumi ntu inti se uhu se otu wonsuo so na no wahu se oye wrong when we say we boom raso ese eche no we bisa no hwe ese oche no now
but do you make an admission John Mahama time NDC aban mo what time as chief executive na galamsey wo ho
galamsey started ache galamsey in fact it preceded in 2009 Mamika said Mitchell Emra you appointed me Minerals Commission CEO. My first meeting with the Parliamentary Select Committee of Mines and Energy.
Okay.
Me kasana that's a free chamber of mines na maba into as a margin a fresh kakra and me catch ye galam say unko na me catch say galam say problem na ho no e mo politicians ya mo na mo koso mo me kan wie no politician bi MPB say nyin say na ne buafu de but osoro ke kansam on say on the parliament we say your kind say adentoni wo ba na say wo jin say ha sa na kasa sa ada namre na ope wadma na na me can we na ba ku de mebo ndi because na sem na papa nti honorable Abembagmin at that time no committee so I said let's listen to this young man. Was I that young, but let's listen to him because he's telling us straight in the face the all can hear no credit. This is my this has been my position on Galamsey. And anyway, back to your question. Emra and I think Abembia Bibi Kakra. I mean, you
in the effort of fighting this.
Yes, Abembia Bibi Kakra.
You admit,
Abembia Bibi Kakra. Yeah, Abembia no. What mekano?
Yes.
The aya na enye, and he say abani binum beba mu a na abani beba. In fact, me study am here. No, almost every presidential candidate Udu Galamsey area. No, akoka say oh monye Galamsey no,
including John Mahama. You admit.
I didn't or no maintain because it was a research that preceded him and my maintain.
Yes, but at least what say even coming from 2020, what say John Mahama say Ghanaians are arrested omo ewo Galamsey site or ba obeja omo. That is on record.
Yes, or no kind in context. Or kind in context. One can say me ba mema moye Galamsey. The context was that Galamsey no womo ye na ase ye twa eduani tri so na nintini de na esi wo nti utwa tri no so a utwa je ase wo ye wo flowers wo fie na wa twa hedges no ne ade wo be wie na ha besa bebiu nti rather than go for a man for nkwala nketo na so ya for ba na omo ho aye fie mu adwane ma ya che omo no yenko omo a route na nkasa yenko because o fight omo mo fight drugs no. They don't fight only the tops, they fight to the bottom. Inti monhwehwem na monkwase he will go for the real macaw. Don't go for the top because enye fair. It is not fair for those who really own and make a lot of resources or money from there no. Omo mbeko scot free. Na mom obi asabe yafa no. Me say mafao. Say you be adwuma we mami na asamba no wo nye boni bia o say adwuma na wo se menye na wo se meye na e be chi no me na ya be chi me akokotum na o kan wasem but my come back to a day and talk a fight here.
Yes,
one
we are very interested in that effort am put up some of the fighting Galamsey from 2012 cry ABC 2016
2012 me fans me 2013
okay
and so kaya when things started getting worse, President Mahama edi soldier for any police work omo ye enter something tax force be.
Okay.
Emma omo eko Galamsey side ko chichi binom. In fact, omo chichi na omo target at that time was foreigners. Omo Galamsey anymore.
Okay.
Because the law says a small scale mining pool
for
Ghanaians. Enti omo chichi kaya ya chichi China phone P export repatriate P eco mkroma Ghana kra loan bia na omo just 3 billion bia na omo je kra no China for na farmer omo anka say Galamsey there but it was so evident say omo say yes had any day enti that was and it was only for about 2 months or 1 month and onya in fact at the time he was doing it people in opposition at that time were saying that this was state terrorism. It was terrorism against our own people. And that's how the political side comes in. And it wasn't that reason. But on what who say actually you cannot succeed by using bazookas and AK-47s in fighting this kind of canker. You have to have a very sustainable, continuous, effective, responsible way of doing it. And Otibe Sonko, he set up a group. Now I'm here in charge.
Okay.
So yeah, we should come out with a very credible, workable solution to this. A very sustainable and a one-day fight. Yet now we are trying. No money. He wasn't making noise. In those days, I think they made mistakes by not making noise. I say we could be a toilet now at the other TV, so no be a commission toilet. Not just I come. But we said we worked, and I remember the president said, "Let us launch this in Kumasi at a certain date." However, I think no coincided with 2016. Election time movement up and bang or koye. And
so what it means is that more modalities, more solutions, more prefer any not move fair by implement.
Yes, but let me say, no. In fact, before then, no, small scale mining association and we encourage that. Okay. 2, yes, set up district mining committees. In fact, I was involved in inaugurating some of them. I think about 30 at the time we live. About 30 of them have been inaugurated. More had been formed.
District mining committee.
That
which is minerals commission. No kaho.
Yes,
at district
exactly.
Level. MC kaho.
Exactly. You know it. Okay. Just a bylaw so say and so that they would deal with those the issues. We are trying to decentralize from that point.
Okay.
Again, you started education, a lot of education on that. Now, mining cadastre system, digitalize and your friend repository, because we are all trying to put them in a way, say, who say, and I'll come to some of the policies. Say, and the plan was that you recategorize small scale mining in Ghana from large scale, that is AG, to medium scale. We don't have medium scale mining in Ghana. To small scale. Because the kind of mining you see, and yes, small scale, it has gone beyond small scale. Even though you may not call
more than 25
exactly. Okay. And then the kind of equipment they're using, and yes, small scale, because at the time they were doing the law, small mining, now they were artisanal. They were using shovels, pickaxe, spout, towel, very rudimentary equipment there.
And those ones were very common. Those days,
very good.
Yes,
they're common. And we didn't hear about Insua Assay. We didn't hear about Insua Assay. Me too much of sending a chance here, a man Insua started to say seriously, what happened, why that happened. But Mamin got back to so all these steps were taken. So categorization we are because you digitize concessions, concessioner equipment out there you be linking up to special geofence medium. Into wo machine si wa entumi nkoba bia na minimum so say Minerals Commission and as a buying on your friend saying minister on granted license it means that all the licenses would have been granted outside, in fact 100 meters away from the water bodies.
River bodies.
Yes. Now machines so ya track it into one to me move from outside the perimeters,
our concession, falling within. Okay.
So a man away, one place, yenim nipa oya or kwa obako to tell ya say that my minds for mo your majuma obako to say hey no more question be out to be some other no man we are be to be some more man and that was a plan. And Fufi Antwata. However, those plans were left behind. NDC fee or no, because I don't think I was appointed because of NDC politics. But I was at that time, I wasn't even thinking political. Just say, you know, but I'm sure it was out of my competence.
So you came in more as an expert.
I say yes,
Okay.
yes. So after you know, I stayed there for 8 months. So here.
After elections?
After elections now, MPP buy, you know.
Okay.
Because there was debate as to whether they should let me go and ask a main transit. And people were saying, we know, you're political, be a moment in here. And say, John Mahama, a Juma no may, no, a ye, inti mummy and fine ye Juma. And ran ye, stop galamsey. Now ye need policy be I can tell you for fact. Now NPP doesn't have any policy on mining. That's the truth. Me a sure pass because that time now the CEO of the Minerals Commission now or a board member.
Okay.
No, a board member. They didn't have any policy.
Even as at the time, winning election.
No, they didn't have. What happened was that Obi young man being a DB also and MMIP. Multilateral Mining Improvement Project. It's a nice name, MMIP. Now I'm saying, maybe besides MMIP, no idea, you have to populate it. So I led this MMIP. I made presentation on MMIP, or Takwas University of Mines and Technology. Mekasa Bakume Kasa Minister no by I think it was a Western Region Minister by us Tony. As some can jabra for the can because I fine power. Inti my brother na mekano na me presenting in English no I had to change to our local language. I come from there, Takwa, and then of course there are a lot of people who were also interested in the message.
Program.
Yeah, into the MMIP. Yeah, the share this Mahama ne program now. And I went to me, and that's what government is. Government is a continuous process. Governance. You don't come and say my two actually. Emra. President Mahamadi Etuni or this soldier for no. He saw the problems, he saw the mistakes. What this government should have done, sit down and say, they're the bear. You don't take the military and the bazookas and all those again because no. And as in fact, there are some people who were doing it very well. I know because
small scale mine.
Yes, because solidarity that for no still I if a Tom gold no above the market price because follow the rules no minimum I'm saying small scale mining association so general secretary say when say on say nani ho to say yes small scale miner
I mean all the water bodies. I mean I intentionally played all the videos assurance committee essence so you could see the level of the destruction. Ufri was say Krupon oye was said sa enclave no nyina wo didi mu asem asenkregwa enclave no eba besi Pristia woni valley ehodi nyina asay. I mean wasansa ase ne de bebre na ye galamsey say. So how did we get to this point? Na yemra because the NDC we almost spokesperson on mining no is seeking to come into office. Na yemra ni enka say 7 December the to abelu we na what me we ni ade na mobeye e dia fasa situation we.
Okay. Edikan the reason why Edru Samre 3 na say 3 bako first no na Ghana for na galamsey and I say small scale mining artisanal ones say anya Ghana for no mu dominate your foreigners.
Okay.
So here there was a documentary be an American be by in fact show channel Discovery Channel.
Okay.
Emma ebufokra by yemu bimu oba also the car America oba odi America kra bia oba man 500,000 bill. Yes. Well, when you call for years, so a begumi, so technical people, so investors, so almost account. And then thirdly, machines now, machines na the jumano. Asasana, I will take each one by one. And then finally, I'm sorry, finally, see, and you move from 100 meters away, closer to water bodies, and then into river bodies. That are now, mining, Ketwano. NASA working in the river no been ho.
Yes, but you admit said during your time offer ensure to set river Fina. I mean it was quietly polluted during the time.
Quietly, yes. Polluted because it has started. It has started. This has started. it had to be nipped in the bud. It has started. It has started. I will not say it's but Uba now better say Bibiasha say a for man and can raise to the bottom. You stop it because you have been voted to power so that you will stop, in quote, what was wrong or now what was getting wrong. Now let me come back to why it happened this way. 2004, 2005 President Kufuor, one of the very fine president of Ghana, Nagrin Papa Hunti, men Kasa Bonnet, or the nipa bi call China. So Munko Suyasan, you see a share small scale mining ye. Inti omufi obaye no. Is
it President Kufuor or President Mills?
No.
I'm confused because in one break, NPP for said President Mills in 2008. And they take his initiative.
No.
And or the NDC for the bebre.
No.
Ekoye, ekosuya dieno. Enti, wamu bewe ye no. And China for the following.
Men, can I check it? Check it. Okay, the statistics of Ghana. So okay, a gold production in Ghana.
Yes.
Okay, that is when small scale mining gold started going up. And this is a fact. When you're there, you see NTC, MPP, and their propaganda, you can't even believe it. BBR no matter no matter kamana kona. The facts are there. No quite penny they call no one kasa komra meye boni bia champagne when the champagne start coming champagne a dear time they started say ba 2006 and as you see omoya washa omuzi agyamoya Ghana so bisa inti adwa na etachiri say yemfa nkofo we mra anase yenkosua na eba ya beye niye no omba no mu so sa mine no kra no utumi de champagne eya eyeye utumi de excavator it wasn't bad. So this excavator here mining because after all, increase gold production. After all, time I ban small scale mining 2017-2018. Honey produced the highest gold in small scale mining. And also and the gold production fine, but and I'm saying champagne abano muye to now a be. Because it's easy to make money out of that. Now, a binum so I say gold price acquire through now. Yen to me, young enforce some running to young to me, ma and running yet. Baby or bequa gold will be a no chassis A2. Penny for so a bill room. A buying penny for parting penny for so a bill room. Now, as a parting penny for radium. Professor Frimpombo tin onankasa so waka abobo din bi say enkofo bi wo ho a omo ye party members a omo eyebi ena ma say kon ayedin
we cannot run away from the fact to say both political parties in our nkrofo a omo ye involved probably ubenya NDC for a to say I mean we name your Amenfi Central parliamentary candidate Joanna they tell you so you're galamsey queen but NDC mo jam homa wo no ababe parliamentary candidate o siki so obeko parliament whilst we are intending to fight
asama make no I'm telling you miss politicians I didn't even
you
mention
anyway.
but I said Mamia Haji Alima Mahama ono aka say omahu DC so amoye nyina na ye ba be punish o mu nyina Haji Alima Mahama said this things and inti you say politicians no e de omu awuram hwe emra LI 2462 by
yes
ade chance ne fie na kakra bi applications they call minerals commission no enya de ketwa na most of them so say ni nim no they were from politicians. They were from, and some of the list you didn't nearby friends saying Manasseh
yes
by about people whose applications were there. No cry no how you face it. Na yenja na NDC for ye bi na Madam Joanna say you kind of grab pa I'm so joining NDC cry be and chair e be and chair but me you ma or to gold meaning so to gold me who site or ye there but it is possible say be no ye bi na oye so na oye no emra kwan so a then it is not galamsey. Our problem is, and we need to distinguish between omo yes small scale mine and papa abaya mom krata omo enfa omo fam nneoma kogunsuom even though imagine be am omo no so pii ene omo de
omonye de
okoto say awia ho ha no
no no me problem because I've been trying to wrap my head around it. So doc, how do we now differentiate? Because me too many Officio na say and Cobra na say now the small scale miners are saying say omo de omo ye adwuma ne kroje but the pabonifo bi na SM. So who are those destroying the land? I mean say small scale for no ye no omo ye ne papamua. Why can't we even have some of the river bodies at least? But could be there and need that so etikroje. How? I mean, why? And how do we correspond the two?
The nuclear want to say insuo no se nipa ba kwa na me nukura gina so mbetuma say no because wo hwe dia efoni omunu asase na ase saa na ebinum so eya na omude omo you discharge point no no de abetu nsuo no inti nipa be 10 pe kra kwa ya mbetumi ayai ne ehon say ese etumi enforce hwe emra asem we meka na MPP for ayai emra covid buy no na ye just say we are saying who sa no man penny didn't go to the field when you ship anko go bia uja no announce say fellow Ghanaians ubianda wanda emra bechew so a emfa ne ho enokra no o ka ye no wanfa ba magina me so wanfa ma nyina so wo dai won tumi ba adwuma na meba into what we need is that leadership is a leadership of maybe the president or even the vice president say or ninia no na ninia ketwa no na waka say fellow Ghanaians water bodies na lie mama obia nkonko e wa obeye no yenchew na yenchew mo water bodies so we are what to me first of all water bodies to me water bodies na yes say small scale mining and our mining license bia yemfa ma 100 meters. I mean, any closer
proximity.
Yes. Now, I don't know. I am man for being so. It's I know correct. We hear Paul football. I boss we.
Yes.
Go pull back and go pull back. Twenty. Sanke ye pioneer keep ye be beer within sa in 100 meters now.
Proximity
and consume. Enti so we are 100 meters per. Oh dear. Don't even ask for licenses. We be 100 meters. Be a uniform. I don't dare. You bet me ye sanko for nephew.
Okay.
Na fe. Enti yes you know. What we have to do, please stop mining on water bodies. Stop mining on water bodies. Enforce that. Na enforce no jainsu na humia. Me say within 6 months no sediment no be settle.
Okay.
Na sediment no settle we are. Then you boost it. You support it with other water treatment technology. Na they are clean. In fact, that is what President Mahama says he will do.
Okay.
Or say oba. The first fellow Ghanaian statement, one of them, will be it's so dear la.
Okay. Yeah, maybe no so yeah. Richard, but video ni mame why? This video is very important to me because it looks as if say entokwa ye kuni nyina no ekwa na akopem because two things. What mu video amoye in 2020 no ene de John Mahama akase oba obeja galamsey for no ana retard progress aban we person with the effort in fighting galamsey. Richard Mayentie doc ne kwekubu ahede no na
kan dia mekaye.
Okay.
After on the 11th, that way on the 7th, no, and she say, I go, and the man got on one of the best now. Say the bay, you know, brave or my Jumata Clay. Most would after on the 11th, that way on the 7th, no, and she say, I go, and the man got on one of the best now. Say the bay, you know, brave or my Jumata Clay. Most would not have seen it. Now, so that's why the machine was 1 month. I'll be quite now, so the Abba Yaguma. Now, so do Chrome no call for Friday. Eddie, and 2 quarters to Abana, John Daman Mahama, a 2 direct. Anton Obi, and I don't demand Mama. And I'm right, and I no pay and no for Manswabia, or so the Galamsin, why not you go on of the no say 2 about 4 years, maybe a Jumano, young who say to me, yes, and I'm right, no, and I no pay and no for Manswabia, or so the Galamsin, why not you go on of the Bunu. No say 2 about 4 years, maybe a Jumano, young who say to me, now, yeah, it makes say because of the other 2 about and a woman, for washing the union, he said, you to me, the young, just
galamsey beto Ghana beto galamsey ena yedwuma na ye no so sisie na na do Vanguard for no da so ho and the prayers crackers say ye to abawi a mo be say sa Vanguard mu kuna ye ntena say e ma aba we megu edwuma tie enti no mu ye edwuma na pese be wasi mu nyina mo time mo mfere mabusuafo na mu make sure say aba no nyina ko to ama John Dramani Mahama ye wo mu ni yenim say nyame bo amande na eto aba no ye ne mo sai ko na eto be kasa yenim say bi mu be ko srem ebi mu be ko we bebre so mo so ebi mu be to aba wa ya nti na ne ka say ata by Friday omu breaki mo na obi antumi enya pepeye no ntumi antumi ko le busiafo na mande ni bro a nyina ye de ko aba ye ko aba ni wie enye say ye ko ye bet na ho aba na wie na ye.
All right, 4 minutes after 9 eba na yo doc. This is Kwaku Buahe, a former deputy national communication officer.
That's right.
Of the National Democratic Congress.
That's right.
Telling Galamseyers, one mining site say, this is Dr. Tony Obin. Wanu na na waye CEO at the Minerals Commission. Na nyamia da Romajo Mahama ba, wanu na besa akwatena ho. Na wabema mwa ye juma. You were there and you were watching him making such statements. Knowing very well said the illegality, no, Ghana for nyina no empe.
No cray. The fact say me gina hono.
Yes.
Makes me a criminal or makes me complicit by whatever logic I mean him. First of all, I didn't go there as NDC person. Inti asema fi na no ba no kra no. Me nim where it came from. Obviously, my age or Minerals Commission.
Yes.
And I think I did a good job. And I was doing my work as a researcher. Omo mugina hon NDC for omu ye hwan me huni baba akubia no kura flag bi. Me in fact no qualify nim. First time I met binum pa physically. No. That was the first time I had met people. Met almost all of them physically. No. I have heard about some of them.
But you knew say Kwaku Buahe, your deputy communication officer.
In fact, let me
I presume say Okamutima amoko ho. It was a deliberate deliberate step.
It wasn't a team. It wasn't a team. I joined the team.
Okay.
They were going there, and I needed to be there. You do one only me see here. You do one no be I treat you. You do
yes.
No I treat you. Now if you say be a soldier phobia na yankophobia babe how man na bibisa. Team so munya botamucha yembe hamu near the other. And I had to be there. I went with them. I didn't know what they were going to say, what he was going to, how he was going to say it. I don't think that John Mahama catch and by appointed. Up to now, President Mahama keeps saying, say, on appointed will be and he hadn't told
yes, but my concern,
but other kind of Obi Kasano, like I say, Kokuba, man Kasa.
David Doc, I know that they won't mean Kasa, but maybe concerns, you know, say one. I mean, this is a team. More movie and more cost site. So, in the first place, what was the purpose of that particular journey I'm embarking on? I mean, what was the mission in that particular
site? But it could be campaign. It could be campaign. I don't have a problem with.
So if it could be campaign, you may agree with the Kwaku Buahe.
I don't necessarily have to agree with the Kwaku Buahe. In fact, I don't think all of them agreed with Kwaku Buahe. The kind say, I was just saying, say, in any case, when he did that, I said, it means Mumrana Mumma regularize it. Supposedly, but why are people attributing that to me? Say, and listen to what you said. There was one TV. Listen to Dr. Amin. Listen to Dr. Amin. And then the second video, which have second video.
Yes, second video. I know you have paper.
And
concerns small scale miners.
Into
very popular.
Concerns small scale miners and ANDC. Oh, and then I make us say, and I'm won't be.
But again, now we're campaigning.
Now, but in your campaign, my John Mahama, the a bit more ha, or be over catchers and the mini party be about the mini panel, John Mahama. Maybe the mini party. It's another there. Yeah, it is true. Or be company, my John Mahama. But it doesn't mean that me, I almost cast a mina make Casano. Or my we are sit down and yeah, away into what cat will be a to committee ma. Yes, communicators no. Samuka, well, Moncase, near Tony Obin, we are could not be so penny. Why are you doing that? Also, so the Umudu, Okasa Manfoti, inti Inya we are not just it's diabolical, very wicked. obi kura de me akogina TV so aya muntie na ebia na asem na akokoti nten ensem canopy muntie de okan muntie when I was not physically present, I was not speaking, I never spoke. Young fans say me jana kokubu ahin kasai, that's fine. I was there, I can't say, but being in a crime scene does not necessarily make you a criminal.
Yes, but you can.
That is a fact.
You can be abating a crime, knowing very well. Say Nipano also
precisely. Did you see me abating and
you were part of? You were part of the team.
I was standing there. I wasn't abating.
You were giving moral support.
You
were giving Kwakubu moral support. And the justifications are that. Sadia course Anna a discourage Abino from continuously fighting this canker.
That is a weak mindset because when COVID came, you see, Abain in your to me, I'm real Casa Yandano. I tell you, no biana na ende. One say binim kwa PM or chicheomo. But Abain to me soon. Nasi they are buying krata de ma. Okay, my mama last example puna if you minka.
Me no be rapia.
Na minka emba ma minka emra nurses for na Mahama ka say me di makunya si so say enye say be ma allowance no. Na mom yema yensi hospitals mo nti wunwie ya no ma benya adwuma. MPP for ka say no. Dabi I'm allowance on be on their campaign. Nurses didn't vote. Mahama lost. So what happened? Mahama wawu say ordene konya si so na anya you know. MPP want to do things at all costs, including telling vicious lies, and that hurts. But my main card Mahama say about no.
Yes, so I'm reading from your manifesto because you contributed to this particular manifesto.
I agree.
The next NDC government will wage a ruthless war against illegal mining menace and roll out an aggressive program to reclaim our polluted water bodies, degraded lands, and then devastated forest reserve. One, place a ban on new mining activities in forest reserves. And see, the question again is that Samube place a ban on new mining activities. The already existing activities, the mobile you answer that. Two, amend the Minerals Act and Minerals Laws to ensure stiffer punishment for those who are mining within the water bodies. Decentralize and regularize the licensing processes of artisanal miners. And no, point 4. Implement Tree for Life reforestation policy and a Blue Water Initiative to heal and harness the environment by turning areas degraded by illegal mining into economic and ecological recovery hubs. 3, resource the Geological Survey Department to prioritize the geological investigation as part of the broader strategy to increase Ghana's stakes in its extractive industry. Now, I think say normal promises are modema, but the last but 3
normal promises.
Yes, last but 3 one no say compel small scale miners to undertake skill training in land reclamation techniques as required as part of the component of their operations to minimize their adverse environmental impact. 2, place restrictions on the export of unrefined gold. And I'm looking at the fact it said policy bear pa na mode ba e be solve a problem you want. Not 2, asanso a reposition the mining or the extractive sector no to the level expect here. I mean we'll be proud of.
Well, Eddie Kano, your manifesto no. I think it contains a lot. I mean, whom baby me person me share.
We are great versions, no. And I'm marking.
But I know internet. Me na me walk the latest ones. And again, since I manifesto no, I launch you know. We have had meetings with civil society organizations, both international and local. There is 2 parties in some of the issues have been improved in a way. But let me tell you about the illegal. First of all, the LI 2462. No.
Yes.
President Mahama say, I don't think that's the language we used. But also obey revoke the law no, completely. In fact, me call one of the stations can say Enchebia President Kufuor be revoke you know. Now mo sign by home me who sign so ya be revoke, which is very very good.
The airline
no, and yet
to allow mining in forest areas.
And yet, inti say, Utumia, why are the pressure now consumer, Utumia Santi, yes. So that is what government has to behave. Now, it also be President say, in Suyo zero tolerance. Or started with insurance, so zero tolerance, nothing.
And only a promises.
Modalities in say one. Now make modality back on obey any fellow Ghanaian announcement because it's a very the presidency is very powerful. It's a very powerful position. And win him Ghana he said the question you know who say president or can say yeah. Now after that no obey patrol on regular basis. This is where the patrol forces would be working, and it's a soldier for a helicopter reference. So every week, be and every now and then, be obey, and then he would also Interamerica say, "I didn't obey you." So modern technology, that is water treatment technology, to try and boost the treatment of our water bodies.
Explain the way, explain the way, Mami, on the issue of manifesto. No, also set up a novel Ghana Gold Board to regulate the small scale mining sector. The board will restructure the mining scale sector by what? Providing.
Anka oma me ye illegal. I'm saying something we ya.
Okay.
And Sunday na or say medical catch you say or better categorize mining.
Yes.
Now why you there mekaya no
medium scale.
Now we are just that oh. Obema wo asase no wonfidie no e help any bit my adwuma.
Okay.
Enti untumi nkoye obabi. So je ni bia ni se obeba so Minerals Commission for kohwa no makoho. The reason why Minerals Commission is able to properly regulate big companies and big scale because they are only 16. Enti no. Idea no.
Okay.
It also be I mean open gold board no so or say obe for me gold board which is similar to the Ghana cocoa board no. Na gold board no on replace meje your friends say Bank
of Ghana, PMMC.
Anti omo no be support omo boa small scale mines nti wo problem bia just a dedicated a year omo ebe support omo hwe say wo ni adoa no ya tono at a competitive price any other day.
The time no aso now finally just a comment on this one more say na mo support and mo share o hinted we for mo na mo ma organized labor cost strike. Your comment on it now.
This is so. This the most disrespectful. The organized labor more harder that day. Maybe or more to me a calm etimu adweno. And the back say you for almost say omun kono and the monam churchy MPP na churchy. Organized labor penny for kukudam doctor for ne omo maye trade union adwuma da decide omo nyina hia ye to aba no. FA NDC for and I got a monto abano na monko strike. Na Ghana for service. MPP for I mubu Ghana because you say ya no I say it sounds 2016 almost succeeded by lying out to me by power. So almost say President Mahama ni hotels were Dubai near there. The President Mahama Simunton hotels and farmers supported free SHS. If you want to buy say a pacho no kwani na inimsa woni hotel bia by twakohwe and the toso now mo yes ade ni bio and yet politics should not be that should not some of us who want to go in one hwe ya na akwa say hey a dirty game don't go in which is not good for people.
Very well. Oh, you're proud baby agalam say the abedri
me proud because me obia me yema nke small scale mining air thrive small scale mining air boa because sika wonim sika say ye small scale mining ma infasudia ma so 40% of the 4.something million ounces of gold produced in 2022 no from small scale mining.
Okay. Doc, I'm grateful for your time. Say I don't pay will buy. Brado me no be dim komo. I don't pay. Mami na was. Gamisha so. I'm just stay with us. Mami ne Obatampa Prostate Center for any enkomomra. Beba ye beto aso. Ofa, Maakye.
Obaba hana haba na edene kakra but yami adum na mpese ndem ba.
Okay.
Nse mama be. Said that in anim no Obatampa de positive ho adwuma na me ye. Enu ne yankopon adum ama me ho aduro me de boa adasa posted ya de bia ehwadu na papa dodo no a omu claim so omu hwaduro no ni hwaduro omu ni omu junso no mum na omu hwaduro but nyese posted ne ebetu ase de bibi ne ho saa
okay
enti no se ya me am saa dum no na mentumi fa anhyɛ me ho na menta ho twen se ni baba bre wo saa kwane so na de bia me ka se posted estatu wa ati se de owudi ni de etuo asiw so peso wo shutu we dey obekun because yade a the end result yewu estatu wa bit me do 10 years bit me do 8 years bit me 5 years still ano obekun and this will be team 8 teams this year and say make up to one sama only some team very well na we no otu anamo the ten say positive yade a I member mo di 40 years ekro udi 40 years ekro so the bia no hwe say obehwe opposite to ma hwe say etisen na no kra no make say etisen kra na dudu na behwe but ebe ko hospital akọ ho ayasabia bebre enso na still no mo sa problem no na estatu wa de dika no ema odunso pi anajo mama odunso pi anajo eno call ekono a nsunsu so bi ni se omu a junso kan na se opeso okojunso a odunso a wa ma ho ya hana odunso egu ho eno kro no a account na wa ma ho ya ha odunso egu ho eno asbema se junso kan na so ko janso odunso a kwansi na untumi junso e eno na yesa ebetu ama uju ko janso odunso no ebaba pressure ni odunso na chi eba boko project na yesa post betu ama wajunso boja ebetu ama wajunso egu ho a unim se junso de ebetu ama wajunso wabrekwa wajunso wie no nka se samre no wodo be ma sha bohamu no be na junso esuso obohanu mu ebetu ama wajunso wie otise obeti se junso no bisan wom nti wunya junso che ya junso wie anche bia na junso ni san de na ama wajunso very, very frequently ebetu ama usisi ayo ya ebetu ama mama sam asay buni freno erectile dysfunction obetu akosati bia nemu na edidim da kroba sori no eba se wo junso obeka se obejunso na junso ayida aka wayase na no na amamu akọ hospital a de be ye bitu ya ama on se edi roba be se obemam amu ajunso afa obemam mu eba sa ape mama sam ayida esi untumi ko yiri oba ho bio na we aso kateta no kra no edidim because aso kateta no process na akofa asa o ha no bae no we kira eye kase ko na process nso hunam akwa bia eye kase a anase huna ni susu aso ekuro ena ya na ese prostate cancer eye kuro sa kuro na di nipa no konse do no cancer na eba no ena di nipa no konse no mpempi no wonya ekosati bi mu hospital a edu edema o mu ye tamsulosin hydrochloride and finasteride say do no dura manage wujunso no shinke post no anaso say nye post no adwuma manage wujunso nti abra ugusu no madu ni na no na wujunso post no kasia na eyeko nti ba wani no na aginsemu na no na meme yamia madom nya dura shinke post no ayekase makofa sansu so aba no shinke no ma santi bia wo mu nya den efiri ho na no once the announcement and say Kessben and Bon say so was at be no ma meant na ho e ma ni enkwa ni mu saa since so makani na wu ba kokwa wa babu mu a to na mopo machi akwan okay wo ba mamu oduro amu akonum ama post na ayeka so ashrenke the only edura minim say a single post because me aba me nya me ko sati be ni mu no minunum do bebre antumi antintam kusi se me kwanya me nya duro we enu me nya single post to be sin de min ko be bia mu ameto a min dwin post to sa so ba me nya so banya boko sati be ni mu oba na mu edu ma no ma single post na why free and wanya ya show me kateta oba ya mu edu mu no ma o mu no edu na e be yi kateta na ma na ye ni pa ba ko na ma hwe mu sa kwan so ma hwe ni be mi tie mi ka say so bi tie mi a o sati be mu a me sa me ni age say ma bo sa kwan so ana obi bi obehwe na obi ni junso aka na yase esien fa no hospital ma yan ko won en ko sen roba oba ma mu edu amu anom wonu edu no junso na aka wa yase no obesa ta junso we na junso ni nya ba na fe na wasata ma mu edu na anu ma ashinke post to ma wade ho enti say me ka say me ka post to wasama yese bia sabe papa so opa o ma so eye me enu de na mom me obibi papa bi ma obi o post street They be amika say what team in can what 90% heal. Oh, I saw opposed to mu 10% ne say obetu na mo apomachi akwan because minim say doorway idea your minister of health ag your health facilities in Ghana ha could be no be catheter because that dem no ma esinke hospital no ma esin that dem that dem be cost from my catheter say ebe cancers and say be see that nti ultimate cancer opposite home man how ho enko ba bia obi ho be friend obi no be friend say doctor what did you say we do to me support tampa me say when you say hunhum yade because any pan we chinchin akoko meme bebre nti osusu say one no mundua anja antentam no osusu say bia hunhum yade na ma ka chance ma anfo hunhum yade edu na hunya ye edu ba ma wo ho ato na hunya ye nti wo bra baba no echerife no afra doctor me da se pa no odamase nti saa so na so wo ti be mi say me kan wo gunu obi a wo sa ti be ni mu so hu nipa so odamfo ana obi a wonim so sa tibi manfa mayin kameno because the actually kase pa obi bit mama obi o yare prostitute ni se obeche mechi akwan the greatest gift obi betun jam obi o yare prostitute pass the minim no obi obeche uche mechi akwan a wa born papa because prostitute no ne ho duro se dem kan asaso no eni ho saa ti se wo timi kan na wo prostitute ha mu a mechi akwan enye dene me no mani 0553 800 678 0553 800 678 no kaswa nyanya no kwan so baby di fifi prat last stop udru ho a udru kaswa bisa say yencho nyanya station uko nyanya station wakasa up fifi down taxi unsaka taxi na kechera ban so obi so batampa wusi wo Obatampa junction so a free oba me ho meet mensa pa no wadu me ho etosu mi no na ye bia yakoba ye bia eni bi wo Kumase yen Kumase no ma pacho so wo Kumase an so nin kwaso a fa no ma we 0249 another 49 61 66 0249 another 49 61 66 Mrs. Bio 0249 another 49 61 66 who Western region southern Western region who pebia phenoma way 0246 04 34 58 0246 06 sorry 04 34 58 0246 04 34 58 ofra benye bi ho ena Kessben here yeti sesi America say oba ha Mr. Francis owo ase ho upe bia won ye kokomemre circle Accra ene ni achimota poku ase upe bia oba ha oben bi ato entinu me sre obi ase wo sa ti benu mu a men nitifo se bia metie usi kentina me pentina me tentia mu no eye omu a me pese me boa wo nti wutimi nka man twetwe won ase yansafo no to na mo papa nchi akwan na wo ba ho beto okay ndo ma se Africa manu paganisu bonolayo iva imitandazo yetu Shamameda was said in the Batampa Protest Center for so I say of I was and thank you. I said that be a dreams fertility clinic for the I won't come on patrol. I won't go on. I will pay dia and pay SSA with the dreams fertility clinic for Edian Como or your bar fallopian tubes in Munina CC or your Bema low sperm count na ATT premature ejaculation. Patrolling your how. I don't pay more na I won't how you na no fakoda a year dreams fertility clinic for na woman natural method so ebeboa amba won so wawo afa ho afa ba I don't pay only one more ending commo Tema community 22 Estate Junction and I be who for one more on 0597 225 388 0597 225 388 and after 0597 225 389 now when the dreams fertility clinic ending commo and pay one more ebeje was so pa
banon sase ho semo dia pacho ene yi se obeye fie wura ana obe land owner no eho hia yie pa nkra ha de pacho wo asase ana wa japade sonko enti mawosan kabi na e must connected for other roberti ensase ahodo pi na no ana wo mo ede ma e wo chopole nkra ha pacho wo mo atete bo no so from 18,000 ye de aba 15,000 eno eye one plot from 15,000 ye de aba 9,000 eno eye half plot enti anopay bra na make a down payment of 3,000 Ghana cedis. We are 6 months and now 1 year na what me etu an kai ni nyina no kakrakra anopay wo mpe we na wo pedie woni eye the Mascon Estate for any enkomo be hu omo e Watema Community 18 Junction Spintex Road no eso anopay speak to them on 0553 840 646 0553 840 646 and after 0553 83 8730 na when the Mascon Estate in Komo anopay. That's right. Bayport Savings and Loans fixed deposit investment na back. Anopay be a fixed deposit account na fa usika no ebeto ebewo e the amount. But your one amount interest ebe show nkran ye pa. E no ebebo ama usika no aboho e the amount. Anopay wo kita 5,000 Ghana cedis and above. Utimi be account with Bayport Savings and Loans. So, maybe for 3 months, 6 months, and as a 1 year, na yene wo enye ejuma emomo. But you're a businessman, or your union, or your association, individual, and pay woman no mopono, emo ebi, se mo betimi a room na mobe investment with us. Across the country, your branches no ewo baby obetumi abo ewura baby na wakwa ye adwuma no we bi account no ewo ho eno achi no open sem yi munchiremu bebre and a question bi wo ho a wo pay ya no a esese woni report for edin komo na obefre wo mo on 0245 153283 0245 153283 and after 0263 007 922 na woni wo mo ending komo Bayport, the future is now. And I speak to them now. One more ebeje. Sadiq, it is Sadiq Heba Center for the Roma. From the Flex on 600, Heba Mr. No Eddie Abba. They would join Taya with ya, Ayana, Utia Power, Waposo, sexual weakness na air house. And I say, Wapa Cote, Arabia, and pay Flex on 600, they do a Kajamu Yepa. Elephant Heba Mr. No Ewo, a quick relief at the mouth. Teach you, I am more pounds, Coco, and I fear Ayana Mote. Burning sensations ewo makoma ho kokumo ni nyina no adopay wono no ye elephant herbal mixture to as 100% anyway Sadiq herbal powder ewo ho adopay yusubi elephant ointment no wo de betwitwi usisi na fe waposo pain bia na ewo ni paduam anase ewo kase mo no adopay sasa brody nyina no oyusu elephant ointment a to as ye prepare but your herbal shops ni nyina no ewo bi okọ eye kolinaka wo benya Mr. Herbal, a bill ho, Happy Dank Herbal, a bill ho, Freddie Mens, Kewo, Ubenya be ewo, Mama Becky, Ubenya be ewo, and pay when you want more any and come on. But from 0244 153 511 0244 153 511 and after 0557 9977 97 now when you want more any and come on. Mori Junction and I'll be home one more eben turbo and I'll pay speak to them. It is a different we are reading it down as here a bit too. What we bought Maakye? Yeah, fine.
Yeah, we come now the Asabe.
Okay.
Bibia Jafa, what the Asabe?
They were good so chiche.
What the Asabe pa, they do them and I will have a new crowd. Kwame night cry.
About you also the honor bet to them.
Hey, but I come last week to
a
but Yabani Abba. Mammy found me no man.
I saw them coming.
I bring out my acquaintance to the Mammy fan woman. Now come Yabani Abba. Now come your best Sassiano. Yama Roma father. Yama. I like it. Maminake.
Oh, man.
Unia on the radio so. And now on His Excellency Roman Father. Yamia Domara Kwete for Semunimua. Maya Mamia Kiadonko. Ghana Freedom Party. I appointed Roman Father. I say random. It's a last year. The first one, the woman be now. Went to me and can snap pledge. You know. Anna Adakabreyes first security. Yeah, kaya Saudi Arabia.
And then I made you more.
Come biti kura biti. Yo, atie for Kwame. Yeah, da kofasi.
Amagana.
Yes, I catch rom say. Adekwati ade amagana we dey si ha no. Kwame dey bibia. Se the Ghana for no any mama Ghana ne dada. Na afa ne wate enka okope bi ato amutie ne yi. Wo kwa ama Ghana no ye de no. Ya tro e de agu ase. Yes ama Ghana rice tie de yo.
Rice is so.
Rice is so. E ama Ghana rice. Oko baby ne se atro Ghana rice enya ama Ghana. Ka che nipa ne se uhia ama Ghana. O ka che so we susu te se ama Ghana o se da bi. Me enya no bi si bi hia ama Ghana, a rice Ghana. O do ka rice Ghana pe ena ma me fodi na ma bi bia e la lo frɛ me. O se o se ayi where you know me pesa be ka ba be fa che me. Na the way sisi ka rice Ghana na ye me de pa me say ya. Ade what can said ye canon. Say I allies Ghana and I'm saying waka obi ade obi bia mami waka now we 100% natural
pure one
aba Ghana rice a rice Ghana Kwame.
That's right.
Ghana haya
ade
edua no ena e pese wo Ghana ha ena yetete no Ghana ha ena ya sone so Ghana ha sei opa ba ohro ho e ya ma Ghana rice a rice Ghana ya fafra ma no na de aba eni anim de de afrafra mu na Ghana de bia meka wo de hwe mo to abibiduro obi a no ho nkom aye mre ena di kan obi a bema waye stara na ya kofom enu ne etoso mienu obi a wanya abibiduro obi a wabi heba hospital bia yes ankofo no ena di kan ni na ne se nuane akwa be di ni junk food doso the junk food ne de afra ba na de aba no de wudi na ayo hwehwehwam no kwa bi wudim de afrafra mu o ena akofa susu aso de abre no ama Ghana rice de yemfa bibia afram
dabi
etu wudi na na esa yare scientifically doctor for am ya tiasese abodiemu ehwebu for am ya tiasese baby ebia prekese a eba no wubia mo ewo hwa ne se emo no fifi wo hwa wo so no so ne yemfa bibia afram ba wudi a na esa yare eti Israel ne Ghana nko anso na yedua prekesa eba eti se Ghana yedua ama Ghana rice na se epesa wa ha ne so no so wa ha ne tete wa ha ye bibia wa ne package no ha kwa wudi na na esa yare wudi na na e boost immune system eti yare bi da na oko a na hwete ne ko
esa we no bibia amfram
na bibia amfram eye natural eti se yare na so ho acha wudi ama Ghana rice to so 2 weeks ye de aduro ka wa ne ko ama Ghana rice a rice Ghana tetemo no ya sa kofa de aba no Kwame emo na de
no a wudina kire ho a wuti hwa
yes wuti hwa no ama Ghana rice ade adamu sonko ne se enam se yemfa bibia amfra mu ntino Kwame wanu awie no a esi ho no enya 3 days 2 days a day de tia ne tie eye wese kama enti so enya tototo
ya yetie mai mu nana na ye benu ayemu awie na ani aye brown
kama
de tia ya ni sa video so wa kofa white rice bi
de aba ye hunu ni ti hunu na ena no papa bi be ko restaurant bi ko di
sent bi a wo mu ya no de perfume na so mu de keke de aba
keke ne de aba me say ena no be ko restaurant bi ko di Kwame na emo na eda ho no Kwame emo no ba ko ti se pani bitimi kai mo no emo tete atenti bi na ti wesu free hene ena no research bi aba ya ayi for food and drugs authority for kwesizi amu bi a obekai Kwame ye he na rubber na yetwitwa Kwame ene ye de asoso me ye hunu wo kuya toagu ama Ghana rice aba ebe correct all this damage ama Ghana rice se de akase helicopter be sai se eno na Christmas Kwame yidi because be abefa bia ya ama Ghana rice kotokro be dom Kwame ye de bebo takwa de market square ye de bebo asaf market Kumase Central Market, Tafu Jom, Amna Jom, ekejetia ye de babo oba makola malata djuma bablushi Kwame ye de babo amagana rice enu do obi adi medina kwa de na menanka amagana rice arise Ghana pebito ne di party na mo apom de nya de amagana rice say wudi na saw yare no no sika ese shobotom Kwame ne kwa de no se kwa de aya chese ade ensam ade ensam obi ya nasini wajibi a woton wokwa ayi ahomache wopoba wada 2 hours kakra no waba be party wahyehyɛ de bade te ho bana no akwa akoda wo bedanya ne na ya tobeto Kwame and don pound sank wakatua police ni na Gideon na no odi bati no wase ha ziga ne kwa de ba akopɛ me wife tobi na me tobi ono no okumas ayi nkraha ɛna ne wife charge okumas woso ono na ma ne wife hyase ono akora so asase ne omfane sankada katua fasika kuma bibra fa beti aso ye ye beje de ato Kwame 2 weeks emo ne besa beje efofro ne famfa so no etiawa Kwame one district one factory bi anche we say etiaba Ghana rice e de aba one district one factory na Kwame asebede de say and the 2 weeks ne nso nasa me say odi akodo kwaje 100 bucks 2 weeks ne nso Kwame acha 3 days 5 days acha pie na otwe nasa akwaje foforo ama Ghana rice nkwa because say nso to enu ti na me de aba no me kire nkofo say eye se nete enkokofo yedamwase o yedamwase mo na mo beto ye nkra say ena nkokko du koforu dia enkofo bi asase a oba kwa print ade bi efe ne Ghana dabi mo na mo yi asotre say enkofo bi dia ba no mo susu say enya ama Ghana ukona so pa ama Ghana pe omo nka bibi ancho no matam dia ma omo si we di ente ne sa eya ama Ghana rice etenkrafo no so asom entekubasi kobesom ama Ghana rice arise Ghana Kwame would na esaw yare na tie
mo fa rice on the Ghanaian market
yes mo fa number we sisi a 053 70 39 464 053 70 39 464 and 020 76 197 020 76 197 ama Ghana rice arise Ghana Kwame so we ya wache we ya jollof rice we ya plain rice we ya ngamo we ya emutuo we ya rice water ayama Ghana rice so we did wo fie we ya toma ni pedie ama Kwame wonya apomodene ama de bi oba ba ayama Ghana rice emu Ronaldo emu Lionel Messi emu Vinicius Junior emu Jamal Musiala emu Hurricane da bi se o chapanet dodo emu Jolaka Kwame ama Ghana rice arise Ghana emu Kwame Nkrumah Kwame what you know baby and I say o chapanet dodo da bi se do kaho ama Ghana rice e perfecto Kwame eye perfecto rice et won ka ho a ye fa won ka ho ama Ghana rice emu Kwame Appiah Kubi speaker omo akatachi afrifa ye dase ama Ghana rice arise Ghana mu ko pepi to baby ada Kwame ade bi aba se se ama Ghana rice no enyamo a ma betu bi ko tonkwa na mo ofri say waduma no soa to the stand say on run shift wonya kwa na won to a oso je fasika ne bra
na fa be
business it is saying